Hey, I'm Liv, and this is the Mach-E vlog. Today I'm going to be giving you my 1 month update of my time with the Mach-E. Now you might be wondering why I'm not actually standing in front of the Mach-E, and that's because I haven't really been driving it that much. I'm having a hard time with it, so I thought I would come back and drive my old gas car, my '98 Rav4, my very special looking car, and think about the comparison and think about how I feel about the Mach-E. So that's what we're going to do first. Oh, well, that was a short-lived trip. I've had to do this a lot having an old car, but that's me turning the key in the ignition and it is dead. No battery. So we're gonna see if Patrick can come give me a jump and wake this old bear up. I like that the jump battery is charged, but my car is not. Hi.
Enjoy your drive.
It's so stinky already, I know. Thanks for the rescue. Wow. Wow. Okay, that was really informative. My car, this '98 Rav4, is trash. I mean, you probably knew that, but here's the deal. I think that a lot of car reviewers are very used to switching vehicles. They're very used to it and they're very good, and they're good at adjusting to a new setup and to all the quirks and little differences of each different vehicle. I'm apparently not that. I got back into my car. It's a wreck. It is unresponsive. It's like it doesn't even brake. It's like whisper mode times 1,000. And I don't like whisper mode. So there's so much wrong with my car, but it's familiar. So I don't know if you're like me too, but I know that I'm not like one of those car reviewers that is used to jumping from one car to another. I'd love to get better at that, but driving this made me think of the things that I really truly appreciate about the Mach-E and why I'm dedicated to transitioning back to it. I love the fact that I'm so comfortable with this car that it's become like an extension of me, which is very similar to my prosthesis. If you don't know, I'm an amputee, and it took a long time when I first had my prosthesis to get used to the whole this is a leg, this is your leg. It's cute. Someone's having a birthday party, so people are appearing with balloons and stuff. So, anyways, it took me a long time to get used to that whole thing. But once I am, now that I am, I'm very attached to my prosthetic. It's my leg. It's an attachment, it's an extension of me. I don't even think about it in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So, I feel like my car has become that too, and that's sort of the way my brain tends. And I'm sure a lot of people like that you get to this point where you're so comfortable in what you're driving that you don't think about it, that you don't notice things. And you want to make sure that you have a good enough fit that you've picked something you're going to dedicate that time to, and that everything that is unique about it is something that you want to get used to. I really want to get used to the Mach-E because driving this car, this old car, I realize it's not safe. This is not a very safe car. The Mach-E is so responsive and so powerful that, you know what, if we're talking about it, we should go sit by it, shouldn't we? Okay, much better. So I cannot get over what a shock it was driving my old car. Like I was really comfortable, it was really familiar, but it was really, really bad. And that contrast just made it so clear to me how awesome this car is. And there's some big things. So I haven't driven it that much. I'm still trying to get used to it, but it is so responsive. And some people have said that the brake is touchy 100%. That is the biggest difficulty that I've been having, is how touchy the brake is. So in the beginning, I was not comfortable with using one pedal. I was only driving in unbridled without one pedal on. And I think it's that one pedal, it was just too challenging for me, and it was somewhat unexpected. More recently, I've now transitioned to one pedal and engaged. And that I think is my sweet spot at the moment. That is what I like, but it is very it's very responsive and there's a lot of finesse to it. I driving my car now, my old car, I realized that I just mash on the accelerator and I mash on the brake and there's no finesse. The finesse is more that I know the car and I know when to brake and I know all the familiarity of it. But the Mach-E will respond the instant you tell it to do something, and that's extremely disconcerting. It's also, I think, much safer and just better engineering. Like this is amazing, and it terrifies me. And that's something that is going to take me a while to get used to. How scary it is, how responsive it is, and how precise I have to be. There's no room for mashing and jamming the pedals, which is what I'm used to. And especially with my weird situation of driving cross leg and having leg damage, there's a lot to get used to, that finesse, and I'm okay with that. And so going back and driving my old car and comparing it to the Mach-E in my mind has helped me just calm down. It's going to take me a little while. So my 1 month update as a driver is I'm still learning. I'm still practicing. That said, a couple of days ago, we did go for a drive, and I was able to sort of drive home from where we went because we went to a neighborhood nearby, and I haven't really been driving main streets much, but I drove the main street home. And just before we turned off the main streets to our house, I did sort of a nimble movement, a nimble maneuver, which Patrick wasn't expecting, I think. And it was like one of those maneuvers that you only do when you gain just a little bit of confidence with your drive. You know what I mean? I just took a left nimbly. So that was really comforting to have that experience and be like, okay, in a couple months, maybe this will feel like second nature. And what an incredible machine to have feel like second nature versus my old car, which is like having a sloppy old cow sort of. And this is a Mustang. Maybe my old car is a sloppy old donkey or something. So that's what stood out this whole month, at least. As a passenger, it is exquisite. It's exquisite. So there's just nothing to it. It is so comfortable. It's so cozy. The seats are so comfortable. Sometimes when Patrick drives a little crazy going around corners just because he's used to a Subaru WRX and he loves taking corners a little, I don't know, snakily? I don't know. But then I suddenly feel the lack of the side support from the seats. But when we're just driving normally, coasting up the mountain or anywhere, normal speeds, normal, not windy roads, it is so comfy that it's actually made me sleepy before. And I'm not like get sleepy in the car kind of person. Like it's just so comfortable that it's like, a couple times we turn on the seat warmers, which is a great addition. That's pretty awesome. The glass roof is growing on me. I didn't really care or not care about it. I just had no opinion on it. Initially, it was just like, oh, it's what comes with this car, with the color that we want in this particular car. But I really like it. It feels open. It feels airy. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Everything about the car is sleek and sexy and beautifully well made and cushy. It's really reliably lovely. It's a lovely experience as a passenger, which is what I've experienced as most as. For my next update, I don't know what we're going to do 2 month. I don't know. If you want a particular update, do let me know down below and I'll be sure to keep documenting the experience. But so maybe 2 months, maybe I'll have more to say about driving, hopefully. Definitely. In regards to the car itself, the color, I'm so happy we chose blue. I am so happy. We both love this color. It was really something that we wanted to get. And I'm so glad that we were able to take advantage of the mock drop that they did and switch from our red premium to the blue first edition, which, I mean, the red is a gorgeous color, but I almost feel like this fits our personalities really well because we are very friendly, we're very bubbly, and I feel like this car is too. So I don't know, like if we got black or white or red, if it would be as approachable. If you have one of those colors, you'll have to let us know. Is it an approachable car? How are people? I mean, everyone seems to be so excited about this car anyways, but I'm so glad that we got the blue. I absolutely love it. I'm partial to blue, clearly. There's certainly some quirks about it. There are quirks that we've talked about in other videos, a phone as a key and some charging stuff. But for me, the biggest thing really is the comfort being a passenger and my comfort as a driver. And I mean that in confidence as well. So that's where I'm at after 1 month. I know it's not as far along as someone who would be driving it every day, and we aren't commuting to work at the moment. We are working remotely, so we're certainly just driving it for fun or taking it out because I want to practice driving or we just want to enjoy driving it. It is really fun to drive. Even just that the last drive that I had that I felt really confident, it felt really good, and I can't wait for that to sort of expand and for my comfort to expand with it. Anyways, Patrick and I are actually doing our videos separately. We're not telling each other what we're going to say because we don't want to influence each other. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to say. If his video is out already, then we'll put a link up over there. If not, then keep an eye out. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for spending time with me. If you have any questions about anything that I shared or any questions about the car or any suggestions at all of things that you would like to see, please do leave them down below. And stay charged. Keep it electric. Something like that. I don't know. If you have suggestions for a tagline, leave them down below too. Bye!